back to our big story out of Hayward this morning. It is the latest Bay Area city to fall victim to a cyber attack. The city's communication officer said they found out about it on Sunday morning and shut down the city's website as a precaution, adding that so far there is no sign of any personal data or employees or the public being breached. That's the good news here. But giving us some more insight into the attack is Ahmed Banafa, cybersecurity expert at San Jose State. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Jocelyn.
Yeah, a bit to cover here. For one, we aren't hearing a lot from the city, but how could this have potentially happened?
Well, they admitted that this is a ransomware attack. A ransomware attack is basically the attacker or the hackers will encrypt the computer systems and then ask for cryptocurrency to give the decryption key. And usually attacks like this one, usually 90% of it coming through something called phishing emails. An email comes from what do you think it's a legitimate source, and then somebody clicked on it or download something, and here we go.
Right. You know, the city's website is down now. We mentioned that. The FBI is investigating. What usually happens between now and the website? When can that website go back online?
There are multiple things. The first step usually in an attack like this is something called the assessment. You want to assess what kind of damage and how far that kind of a malware, basically the virus or the encryption of the data, and you check what kind of backup you have just in case you would like to get the information back. And after that, now here comes the difficult part, which is the attackers. They're going to start laying down their demands. They're going to say, okay, you have 7 days, for example, to give us the money, send us this Bitcoin, or we're going to destroy your data. This is number one. Or we're going to put this data on the dark web and we're going to release this information.
Wow. And so we'll probably definitely see what exactly happens in the coming days, but you laying that out gives us some perspective. We also mentioned that Oakland fell victim to a cyber attack just a few months ago. How common is this becoming, and how can people and cities really protect themselves from these kinds of cyber attacks?
That's a very good question, Jocelyn. We in the past 5 years, since 2018, we had 330 attacks on government entities. That includes, city halls, schools, anything has to do with the government. 330 attacks, and that translated to $70 billion of downtime, which is the loss of productivity, the income, and the impact on the citizens. Now, how can you really protect entities like this from an attack? You have to understand that the hackers or the bad guys here, they look at schools, they look at city halls, and they look at hospital as soft targets. The reason for this is usually they don't spend that much money on IT, and hopefully this is going to change, after all those attacks. I look at the cybersecurity as an investment. I don't look at it as an expense. And once we change this mindset and look at it as an investment, it's going to be very easy for us to invest more in staff, in equipment, and software and hardware.
So look at it as an investment. Very good insight there. Thanks so much. We appreciate it. San Jose State University professor Ahmed Banafa, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.